Hey YouTube, today we got a quick video on recapping pack and mispack PCB boards. Kits are available from Peter at arcadepartsandrepair.com, and there are if you have a mispack, there's 2 caps up there, there's a few caps here, there's one down there, there's 3 up here, and then underneath this there's also another cap that's a little hard to get to. And I just had 3 on the workbench here, and I have a pile of caps there. That's only from 2 of them. I threw the first pile away, but I always like to go through and test the caps as they come off to kind of know if you're really achieving anything with cap kits. And I've done this for years, and I've been through thousands and thousands of caps, and I always like testing them. But I'll just give you kind of my input here on whether you need to do this or not. All of these caps tested good from 2 of these boards, and then out of all 3 boards, there were really only 3 bad 10 microfarad caps, and it was always this one or this one. It was never the 10 microfarads that are on the daughter card. But I just have one from the last one. This one is just going to be open circuit and leaky. And then if I hook that one up, this is supposed to be 10 microfarad at 16. It has about half its capacitance and about 4 times its ESR. And then the other one that I had already thrown away and I can't show you, that one didn't even get recognized by the cap tester as being a component. You hooked it up and it just read looking for a component. So that one was so bad that it wasn't even shorted, it wasn't even low, it was just nothing. It was completely open. So for most arcade circuit boards, you're probably not going to ever need to cap them. Again, those all were good except for 2 of them, but on a pack board, I might lean towards capping them, because on a pack board, kind of this top part is your power supply. So it doesn't have a switching power supply like newer games do. The actual AC comes in, that gets converted to DC, and then it runs the rest of the board. So when you're working with packs, it's not necessarily you're just capping the game board. You're actually capping the power supply, and that's gonna give you a lot more reliability down the road. And even though a lot of these caps are still measuring good and they were working fine, another reason to do this, and this is my opinion, you don't have to agree with it, but these axial caps are getting harder and harder to find because they're not being manufactured in all sizes anymore. So for example, these 10 microfarads on the factory boards are 16 volt rated, and you can obviously use any voltage rating higher than that. So they don't make 16 volts or 25 volts or what's the next one, 50 or 63 volts anymore. I think they just do 10 at 100 volts because the 100 volts would cover anything that was less than that. And it's obviously electrically fine, but these are going to become less and less available, and the ones that are still available are going to be bigger, and they're going to be harder to fit into the circuit board. And you'll probably see a lot of videos of people running into issues where they can't get axial caps anymore, so they're putting radials in there and bending them over and doing weird stuff. So even though they're working fine for now, and they might work for another 10 or 15 years, in 10 or 15 years, you might not be able to buy that anymore. So it's my belief and opinion just to cap it while it's available with the correct parts. So hopefully you found this interesting, and hopefully it helps you out keeping your pack and mispack boards running.